All right, guys, we're here talking about the wildly unexpected how successful Karate Guards was.
Wildly.
Wildly. The best part about making Karate Guards was that we made Trace at the same time, about the same time we made Karate Guards, where Trace was like a film, and Karate Guards was like Johnny and I's shit show of just like how much fun martial arts really is to us. But we're like, if Trace ain't gonna do well, or if it's gonna do okay, Karate Guards is definitely not gonna do that. Sorry, Wes. Long story short, to make something of that caliber, you guys have to understand, I don't want to go into the entire process as a filmmaker, but let alone the creative energy, the time, the resources, the talent, everything to come together and make it happen. It took a minimum of like $20,000–$25,000 to make. So just in itself, that's kind of a lot of money just for a short film. So it's like anytime that we do something of that caliber, that's kind of the ballpark in what we play with. If you guys have seen our smaller work, the shorter short films, they don't really take that much funding, but like, I mean, just to pay for everybody's food on set, you have 20 guys on set, you know, it can easily round to like $500 to $1,000 just for food in itself. So it can add up real quick.
Right. The Karate Guards world is a big world.
Yep.
Right. That's the fun of it, is these guys fish out of water getting in over their heads. So it's got to be a grand world.
I think Karate Guards is one of our like pride and joys, which is hilarious in itself. Yeah. But because it's an original idea, you know, and that it's so hard to get a viral video based off of an original concept that has the legs to either go into television or into feature.
All right, so Karate Guards was inspired from my grandfather back in the day, in old school karate back in the 60s, is these karate guys would then go into bodyguarding. But all they were really good at is karate, fighting. So to a hammer, everything's a nail, right? So they go out having to protect people and watch them. There's no aspect of like risk avoidance. It's all find the problem and fix it with force. And so you just get these over-the-top stories and outrageous elements to it, which is why Karate Guards was based on a true story.
And I feel like any like martial artist from that era definitely got involved in bodyguarding one way or another. I've heard this story a million different times. We're just retelling it with a modern day setting. The trick though, as filmmakers, is that number one, we're martial artists first. We're just really karate nerds. But then it's trying to get the general public to understand the comedic beats and rhythms and the jokes of the characters, even if they have no idea about karate at all. That's the real magic of what we're really doing there, is finding a way to broaden it so everybody can enjoy the show.
Right.
So that was really, I think that's the magic of Karate Guards for sure. It's understanding and falling in love with Ray and Ralph.
Right.
Yeah.
Capture those nuances that the karate people understand and go, oh my gosh, that was totally my experiences in the dojo. What scared me with Karate Guards
What scared you?
was how relatable it was actually to so many people.
So many people were like, oh, that's like my instructor. I'm like, you don't want your instructor to be like Ralph.
Yeah.
That is not a good thing at all. Aside from the inspiration of Ralph that we understand, what was like another reason why I was Ralph?
We now call him Ralph throughout the week. It's becoming his alter ego. There's a lot of truths in there.
I was told that good acting comes from a place of truth. So Ralph was a great character. You gotta give them something, man. The traction really started to roll. One of the things that I don't know if a lot of people know about is Alexis Wren came on. She was such a sweetheart to work with. We ended up doing more stuff after the project, and just her being in the project did gain a little bit of traction, but she didn't post once. She never used her social media. I never asked her to. And I'm so thankful for that, because as a human being, I think Alexis doesn't want to be used for her social presence. She wanted to come on just as an artist, just as a performer, practice her craft, because she's really just stepping her foot into the acting industry. And I think that was a really safe and fun environment for her to just really practice, especially with Johnny as the director and us writing it together. But I love that she really didn't post it. I love that we never asked her to, because when the views came in organically, it wasn't something because of the collaborations that we had. It wasn't because of just the numbers. I think it's just because of the content itself. I really think that the views were purely organic, just based off of the idea itself. So that opened up a ton of doors for us. And the main door that we really pursued was, we had a writer from, I don't even know if we should be saying like what studio he was at, but at a major motion picture studio. They reached out to us. He ended up becoming really good friends with us, and he wanted to help us design and develop Karate Guards as a TV show, not as a digital web like YouTube series, as a full-on TV show. That probably took maybe 6 months of our time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
we went into full-on production meetings.
Full meetings, we went full prep, created the pitch decks, all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And like, to walk into a production room at Warner Brothers, Universal, whatever it is, and to say that you have a proof of concept with already a fan base and a large number of viewers is powerful. There's a demand right away from an original idea. So that's something that we ended up pursuing. Unfortunately, our buddy that was the writer ended up getting bought for another show, so his time got pulled to another direction, and then our doors open at that time for another feature that wasn't Karate Guards. So we ended up following this rabbit hole as far as we could. Different doors kind of open.
And it was good for him too.
Oh yeah,
a little unfortunate for us, but we were super happy for him that he was able to pursue what he had been working for, his vision and his show.
And that was his personal project. Yeah, that ended up getting picked up.
Yeah.
So that's his dream. And then we ended up having that feature door open at the same time. So it worked out weirdly the way it was supposed to. But I think Karate Guard is something we definitely want to do. So at the very least, what we're doing with O's Gym is we're signing on different actual martial arts athletes, getting them signed underneath our brand. If you guys haven't checked that out, go to theosgym.com. It's something like, as legit martial artists, we're trying to bring the community together. We have programs, we have all these like inspirational videos, and we're going to do the OS Live thing pretty soon. So that's every Sunday they're gonna go live with different instructors, ran by Brandon, who's one of the athletes. But I would love to be able to create like a fun program with Ray and Ralph teaching, just playing with the universe as well. Because I don't think we're gonna do anything massive with like a Karate Guards 2 for a while, if at all. We kind of have this thing where it's like, if we do it, we really want to do it 110%. And that's why we spend, I think normal people look at me like I'm really crazy. You dropped what? How much did you spend? What's your return? 0. But I got magic doors unopened. There's never like a return on interest for a film like of this caliber, like Karate Guards. We definitely open a lot of crazy doors, and that's why I spend what I spend. But I don't know, the money does not matter to me at all. And if you're in this industry just to only make money, it's about the art first, you know? So your mind shift definitely can't be there. But it's expensive, it takes a lot of time. But it was roughly about 8 months from the time of writing. And the writing is literally like the genius of Karate Guards is the writing. Starts with the writing, and then all the way till we're editing, composing music, all that stuff. I think scoring the music was vital for Karate Guards.
A lot of different phases. You know, Karate Guards was a different tone than we're normally used to making for short films. So it was interesting working into that and finding what the Karate Guards tone was going to be with our composer. Joe, we love him. We love the guy.
Joe, you're the man. So, yeah, if you guys have any creative like suggestions on things that you would love to see from Ray and Ralph, I definitely would love to find a happy medium to do something within the Karate Guards universe that's Ray and Ralph. I don't know about doing a Karate Guards 2 because we know what number 2 would be, and we can't afford it without a studio involved. It gets crazy.
Here's my question. What do you guys think Karate Guards 2 looks like? Let us know.
Oh, Jesus.
I want to know what they think. Where are those guys going from here?
Maybe, yeah, I would love to see what people think. All right, guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys for the support. Go comment. Os.